Picture this. You're just casually strolling through a store. You weren't even planning to buy anything. You literally just wanted to look around. You're completely relaxed. But then, boom, a giant bright red sign catches your eye. 70% off. Almost instantly, your heart beats just a little bit faster. Your brain immediately kicks in, calculating, wow, I'm going to save so much money on this. You grab the product before anyone else can, you rush to the checkout, and you walk out of those sliding doors feeling like you've just won a prize.
But hold on a second. I want you to really think about this. Did you actually save money? Or did someone just cleverly convince you to spend money you never ever intended to part with? Well, today's explainer is going to completely change how you look at shopping, because we're investigating the hidden mechanics of consumer spending.
Because here's the thing. Every single year, massive companies spend billions of dollars studying one very specific thing, your brain. And they absolutely aren't doing this to help you make better financial decisions. No, they're doing it to figure out exactly how to make you buy more. And honestly, one of the most powerful behavior-manipulating weapons they've ever created isn't some massive ad campaign or a flashy celebrity endorsement. It is quite literally just a single word: discount. Today, we're exposing exactly why millions of people lose money while firmly believing they're actually saving it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, the illusion. The real truth is, nobody is born just naturally loving discounts. It's entirely learned from childhood. Think about it. Finding a cheaper price was always treated like a victory. Your parents celebrated getting a bargain, your friends bragged about their amazing deals, and stores essentially rewarded you for being a smart shopper. So over time, your brain forged this unbreakable connection. Finding a discount equals success. And retailers, they know this perfectly. Those big red labels and flash sales, they aren't actually selling you products. They are selling you the feeling of winning. Psychologists call this reward anticipation. And here's the truly shocking part. The exact moment you believe you're getting a deal, dopamine literally floods your system before you even buy anything. You become addicted not to the item itself, but to the anticipation of the bargain.
Which brings us to Part 2, the psychological machinery.
So, once they've got us hooked on that emotional high, how exactly do retailers keep us spending? Well, we have to look at the invisible psychological systems built entirely around manipulating your spending habits. And this brilliantly illustrates what we can call the $100 trick. Imagine you walk into a store and you see a jacket on the left for $60. No sale, no special offer, just $60. Now, look at the exact same jacket on the right, but this time the tag says was $200, now only $60. Suddenly, that feels like an unbelievable opportunity, right? Your brain is screaming, I'm saving $140. But did you? Or did someone just completely manufacture a sale by simply changing the number on the tag? This old trick relies on a concept called anchoring. Retailers will very often create a high reference price just so they can offer a dramatic discount against it. You see, your brain doesn't compare today's price with the actual real-world value of the product. It compares it with that higher reference number they made sure to show you first. That original, inflated price becomes an anchor in your mind. And once your brain accepts it, everything below it feels incredibly cheap, even if literally nobody on earth has ever paid that initial inflated price.
But what about when you're shopping online? You find a pair of shoes, you're checking them out, and just as you're maybe about to click away, boom, bright red text flashes on your screen. Only 2 hours left. And then another little notification pops up. 43 people are viewing this item. And then only 3 left in stock. Suddenly, this mild panic just sets in. You stopped thinking logically, and this irrational little voice starts whispering, man, if I don't buy this right now, I'm going to lose this opportunity forever.
That sudden panic? Highly intentional. It's leveraging a psychological principle called loss aversion. As human beings, we hate losing things way more than we actually enjoy winning. So the pain of losing out on a deal actually feels stronger to us than the happiness of saving the money. Those countdown timers and low stock warnings, they are designed to induce immense FOMO, the fear of missing out. Their entire purpose is to literally stop you from slowing down long enough to ask if you actually need the item. Retailers know that if you pause, the spell breaks. They absolutely do not want you thinking logically, they want you buying emotionally.
Moving on to Part 3, the frenzy.
So take all of those individual psychological triggers we just talked about and multiply them by millions of people on a single day. What do you get? You get the absolute macro-level chaos of Black Friday. Millions of people waking up before sunrise, standing in the freezing cold outside stores, frantically refreshing websites, the loud ads, massive banners, crowded aisles, people literally sprinting with shopping carts. I mean, it looks like a celebration, but it's actually a carefully engineered event that relies heavily on social proof. This is the automatic assumption our brains make that, hey, if everyone else is doing something, if everyone else is buying, well, it must be the right decision. But behind all that frenzy, a lot of those products are advertised as huge bargains, even though their prices were quietly increased weeks earlier just to be reduced for the sale. You are completely meant to feel like you're saving, when in reality, you are just spending.
Let's step away from the chaos for a moment and look at something you probably see every single day in the supermarket. Buy one, get one free. It sounds incredible, right? 2 for the price of 1. But stop for just a second. Ask yourself, did you actually need 2? If you went in for 1 bottle of shampoo and you walked out with 2, did you really save money? This trick brilliantly shifts your focus away from how much am I spending to how much am I getting. And once you're focused on the quantity of the stuff you're getting, you completely stop questioning the necessity of the purchase in the first place.
Let's move out of the supermarket and see how this builds into another absolute classic retail trap. We have all been to the movie theater and seen this exact pricing structure for popcorn. A small is $5, a medium is $8, and a large is $8.50. Faced with this setup, most people instantly just choose the large size. It just feels so obvious. Like, why in the world would you pay only 50 cents less for a medium when you get so much extra with a large? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the real reason that medium option even exists. It was never, ever actually designed to be purchased. It's a decoy. This is the decoy effect. It's all about intentionally creating a less attractive, honestly kind of illogical option, simply to make another option look mathematically irresistible. You think you're making the smartest choice, but in reality, someone carefully designed those choices before you ever saw them to guide your decision straight to the most expensive option.
All right, so how do we get out? Part 4, the escape.
Look, once you start seeing these invisible patterns, you realize they are literally everywhere, from the grocery store to your favorite online shopping apps. So how do we actually escape the trap? How do we stop falling for environments that are specifically designed to make our spending feel logical? Well, it starts by adopting a millionaire mindset. So the crucial point is captured perfectly in this quote right here. A discount doesn't create value, only the product can. Wealthy people don't get super excited by discounts, not because they hate saving money, but because they don't chase deals, they chase value. Think about it. If someone offers you a luxury watch worth $5,000 for just $2,500, it sounds amazing. But if you never actually wanted that watch in the first place, you didn't save $2,500, you just spent $2,500.
So, to protect yourself from these emotional decisions and potentially save thousands of dollars down the line, I want to walk you through these 5 actionable rules. Rule 1, buy based on genuine need. Never, ever just because something happens to be on sale. Rule 2, wait 24 hours before making any expensive purchase. Seriously, just let the dopamine fade and see if you actually still want it tomorrow. Rule 3, always compare the final price and totally ignore the flashy percentage discount. Rule 4, make a concrete shopping list before you open an app or walk into a store. This shields you from impulse buys. And finally, Rule 5, always ask yourself, if this wasn't on sale, would I still buy it? If the answer is no, just walk away.
So the next time you see a giant sign screaming 70% off, don't let your emotions answer first. Just pause. Take a deep breath, look at the item, and ask yourself one very simple question. Who benefits if I buy this? Because every single discount tells 2 stories. There's the one written on the price tag, and then there's the one hidden inside your mind. Companies have built billion-dollar empires by mastering human psychology. But from today onward, you understand it too. You now know exactly how money is designed to leave your pocket. So the only question left is, will you let it?